Hi everybody. I am trying to make biochar for my garden using wood pellets I bought from Rural King. It's a 40-pound bag for $3.99. It's in season because it's almost winter time. It's like October 27th or something like that, 2013. Now most of these biochar stoves that I've seen are called T-LED, top lift updraft stoves. The idea is you have this stove here, the black one, full of the wood pellets. At the bottom you have a bunch of openings so the air can come in from the bottom. And at the top right here on this reducer, this is a 6-inch pipe, 6-inch to 4-inch reducer. This reducer has holes I drilled around it. So the secondary gases coming off the wood will get the air from these holes and combust even better. And this 4-inch pipe will create a draft, so it's sucking up the heat, the hot air, and the fire has to go down to burn its oxygen, and the heat will go up. And when it gets down to the bottom, you either want to cap it off and let it cool. When you cap it off, you're taking away all the oxygen and let it cool. Or you can push it over into a bucket of water to let it cool off that way. That is my plan. Now, when you make the biochar, you want to soak it in something like fertilizer or something like that, compost, something, so that the biochar can absorb it all, absorb as much of it as it can. And all the microorganisms and stuff that can live inside the biochar, which what it really is basically like a sponge, like an apartment building. An apartment building with no windows, no doors. I mean, the openings are there, but nothing's blocking it. And the plant roots and other little bugs or whatever can get in there and live. Anyway, it's supposed to be really, really good for your garden. There are people that I've seen on YouTube where they did 10% solution. 10% of it was biochar, and the rest of it was their potting mix, fertilizer, and all that. And they've seen a heck of an increase in growth and vitality of the plant, and you know, it just really turned out quite well. This stuff lasts like over 1,000 years, and I wanted to show everyone before it got too dark. This is a 6-inch black stovepipe I bought brand new from Lowe's. It's like $5 or $6, brand new. I have a lid for it, and these here I've had since last year. Have been laying out in my yard, but they look brand new until I put them on this thing and got the fire going. Getting the fire going wasn't hard at all because I had dry sticks and I had some cardboard. And they say you pour a little bit of alcohol in there, rubbing alcohol, and that'll help get the fire going evenly, get it spread out evenly. Well, I did not know this. I did not notice that happening. You know, I tried getting it going, I couldn't get it going. My alcohol was 50% solution. So what I did was I put them small sticks in there, you know, so it can build up on each other. And when I started dropping it, I put some cardboard in there, just a couple pieces, and I put the reducer on top, and then I lit some cardboard, put it in there, and I saw it starting to catch on the others. And when they started catching, I put this pipe here. It's a 4-inch, 2-foot pipe. Put that on there. Before I put all this together, you know, the way I just told you, I did a dry fit, make sure everything would fit together properly, so I wouldn't have any troubles, because this stuff gets hot fast. Anyway, for the longest, I could hear it cooking up there. You know, I could hear the sounds coming out, then it would stop, and I could see the heat exhaust coming out. But the entire time, I have not seen any smoke whatsoever. Now, right now, I can see the flames. I can see the yellow flames coming out of there right now. I'll move the camera so you can see it. It's pretty neat looking. Now, if you can see it with the camera, right here where my finger is, well, no, you can't see that. It's pitch black from when it was brand new. Up here, it's a lighter black. That is where all the heat is. This was completely black, and then started getting lighter black, going down, because the fire is, it just keeps going down, burning this stuff up. The wood pellets that are in there, about half of it should be left, if I do everything correctly. About half of it should be left, and that'll be biochar. And I can break it up into smaller pieces if I wanted to, but these are wood pellets. You don't really need to. Anyway, when that gets down a little farther, I'm going to take this off. I've got some towels and stuff that keep from burning the crap out of myself. Take that off and just tip this over into a cooler I have full of water. And the idea is it's going to smother it out. You know, it's going to soak it up. Anyway, I wanted to do this every day till I used up this whole bag. And I got two of these. I got this one and one more that I had bought. You know, one more pipe like this. And I got a reducer and the 4-inch tube as well, so I could do two of them at a time. And I don't even think I did half the bag on the pellets when I filled that thing up. So anyway, I'm going to bring the camera closer so you can see that the black paint or whatever it is supposed to keep the stovepipe, make it last longer in your home. It's peeling off right there. You can see it plain as day when I bring the camera over. It's from the extreme heat. And that's what they say when you're making biochar. You want like up to 800 degrees or more because it's less oxygen and this thing will burn down, and you'll instead of having ash, you'll have the biochar, the leftover black wood that you would see in some campfires. Anyway, when I started this, I had it full almost all the way to here. I left a little space. I don't know why. I just did in case I want to put stuff in there to try to get the fire going. Anyway, when it got down to about here, that's when I could finally start seeing the flames in there. Because beforehand, I didn't see any flames. I'm like, where are the flames at, you know? When I first started it, and I could see the flames a little bit, I was blowing in these little holes, just trying to force some air in there to help get the fire going. Just start up, will you? Start up. I wanted it to be like that, you know? I just wanted to get it going. Anyway, I was patient. I let it do its thing. And the sleeve on a box about this big, the long sleeve, I had ripped it up in small pieces before I got the fire going, and then when I started getting the cardboard lit, I just started putting it in there, and when it seemed like all the fire was going, I just dumped the whole rest of it in there, got a big old flame. I still cannot believe that the flame is all the way up here. You'll see it in a second. It's all the way up here, and you can see it right here. I can feel the heat plain as day with my hand, but back here, yeah, I can feel that lightly. Right here, yeah, I feel it better. It's been good for keeping you warm for a while. I started this, I believe it was at 4:30. That was like 2 hours ago. The guy that did this with a coffee can, that he did his demonstration, and he had a fan blowing underneath it, a pipe, a fan actually, had a fan blowing underneath it to force air up in there so it would burn faster. His took 45 minutes, and the coffee can, you know how big a coffee can is. Probably about 10 inches, foot high. This black thing is 2 feet high. So, yeah, I think it's a good idea to put that fan underneath there if you don't want to spend all day out here watching a fire. Anyway, before I run out of memory card or battery or whatever, I'm going to show you this. Remember, everything here was brand new, basically, except for the silver stuff. That there was last year's, but it was brand new last year. And, yeah, it looked brand new till I put this on here. I don't know how well you can see that, but right here, the paint's peeled off. Okay. Whoa! Yeah, I thought I lost my camera. Wow. Hold on a second, I gotta tighten that. Aha, you can't do it again. Anyway, you see the little bright light? That's the flame. But through this hole here, you can't see no flame. I'm looking with my naked eye. Okay, yeah, I see it. I see it now. Okay. Now I'm trying to look at this flame at the top so you can see it. Okay, I see it. Good now. See the flame? I can see it in the lens. Yeah, you guys can see that. Now let me give you an example. Let me help you realize how tall these flames are. Okay, the fire is approximately right here. So it's about a little more than halfway down, probably about 3/4 of the way down. So about 18 inches of the black pipe. Then that there is approximately 6 inches of this thing. So that's 2 feet. And this thing here is 2 feet, so that's 4 feet. Those flames are shooting 4 feet up. I think it's incredible. It's really neat. Okay, I forgot to tell you about the bottom. This hardware cloth, that's what it is. my hand. Yeah, there we go. Hardware cloth. I put it down there on the bricks, and then I put this tube, black tube, on top of it, and I made sure down below that it's nothing but cat litter down there with some openings for the outside air. So this thing's getting all the air at once through that opening, but I didn't want it to be able to catch anything on fire by accident, you know. So it's all set up real good to not catch anything on fire that I don't want on fire. Doggone it, camera. Anyway, this is my biochar stove. I want to call it a rocket stove, but it's not. And it has nothing but wood pellets that I bought from the store. That's all it has in there. Man, that's something else. Flames are 4 feet high. And when I first got this stove going, after about 15 minutes of it going by itself, right about there is where it was dark, lighter on the black. So I spit on it to see if it'll sizzle, see if that's where the heat is. Before I put my hand up there, my spit ricocheted off, and it sounded like rocks hitting it, like what the? Turned out it was so hot that the spit wouldn't even touch it; it just ricocheted off. So I put my hand down the bottom where it was, cold, kept working up a little bit. I didn't touch it; I just got real close, and I found out that's where the heat is. That's where the flames are. Well, this is John in Lawrenceville. Please subscribe. And I hope to hear some comments from you. If you know a better way to do this, please let me know. Thank you.